Happy Monday. We are back with another edition. Let me get this camera's kind of close today. Okay, let me bring this camera back a little bit. We're back with another all new edition of the Tyesse Report Live. It is the Monday Report. Listen, we have an excessive heat watch and excessive heat warnings throughout Southern California. So you need to be careful and be on the lookout for any symptoms that may be related to heat stroke or heat exhaustion. If you do errands, you need to do them between the hours of 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. If you are in any areas such as the high desert and the valleys, you need to do them between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. If you go out after that, you have to be mindful to wear light, loose clothing. You have to really stay hydrated, and you also have to mind your body. If you stop sweating, rapid heartbeat, whatever, you need to get to some cool air, and you need to seek prompt medical attention because there may be signs of heat stroke or heat exhaustion. I got it really cool in here. I put the air on about an hour ago before I came on. It's feeling good. It's really good in here. So, and I'm not going outside. Y'all know I don't do heat. I don't do heat in no shape, form, or fashion. I see y'all. I'm waiting for my live feed to kick in over here. Let me see something. Let me go back over here. Let me close this out. Okay. I'm trying to see if I'm live over here yet. Okay. I'm on the tablet trying to check some of these comments out. Okay, let me do this. Give me a second, y'all. Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay. See if I can get y'all this way. Technology is something else. There we go. Okay. I guess I'll just, I'll check this out until I get to the other page. Okay. So I love you guys. I thank y'all for tuning in. I need you to share, invite, hello on YouTube, hello on Facebook, the Tyesse Supporter Facebook page. But we need you to share, immediately share, and invite other people so that we get our numbers up. Listen, I can only do so much as the host and the content contributor and the CEO and the social worker. There's only so much I can do. So I need all hands on deck with the Tyesse Report Live. Now listen, you guys have been so wonderful all of these years and supporting me, so I couldn't do it without you. You know that already. Okay, so let me try this right quick, y'all. Let me go back over here, and we're gonna go and see this over here. Thank you, Paul and Danielle and everybody that's sharing. Okay, there we go. We're back. We're live over here. Perfect. Good afternoon, Gail and Melanie and Danny Marie and Kevin. Thank y'all for sharing. It's what gets the numbers up and get our algorithms together and all of that good stuff. Okay, so Kwame is here, y'all. Say hi, Kwame. Kwame is here on this Monday. So say hi to Kwame, everybody. Okay, Kwame, we have some breaking news. Let's rock and roll. We have a bit of breaking news, Kwame. Okay, so we're going to go over to Minneapolis, St. Paul. There has been lots of protests. Another unarmed black male was shot about a week or two ago, and there's been continuous protests. There seems to be a cover-up in his death. And over the weekend, as a matter of fact, I believe it was yesterday, there was a white man who plowed through a group of protesters going nearly 100 miles an hour. One person is dead, many others are injured, and it's unbelievable that people have that much hatred. I believe his name is, did I write his name down? Daniel Cross. White male, he is in custody. They had to hold him down. He tried to escape, but just plow through, a la Charlottesville, a group of protesters. One family is grieving right now because someone is dead. and excuse me, and many others are injured. It's unfathomable that someone would have that much hatred in their hearts to do that to somebody. It's unbelievable. And Minneapolis is like there have been at least 4 cases in the last 6 months. Not including George Floyd, but in the last 4 months, there's been case after case of police, sanctioned violence against Black men and Minneapolis, St. Paul Metro. So we're going to keep an eye on Minneapolis, and we're praying for the family of the young woman that was just mowed down with a car. Yeah, Sheila, it's unbelievable. I can't even fathom. You're going out trying to protest, trying to keep the spotlight on social justice, and yeah, I don't know, Danielle. I just don't know when it will end. I don't know. Okay. Leaving Minneapolis, we're going to head down to Austin, Texas over the weekend. It didn't even make it really. I didn't see it on the news much. Like I said, they're just not covering these mass shootings on CNN and MSNBC. We have a shooting in Austin, Texas, where 14 people were injured. Luckily, there were no fatalities, but 14 people were injured, and one suspect was caught, and one suspect is presumed to be still at large down in Austin, Texas. So listen, y'all, we're living in some really, really perilous times, and I just tell everybody, just be mindful, be careful, of your surroundings when you go out. There's a disturbing story we have to cover. Today is really a disturbing docket, y'all. It's disturbing, but we have to bring the news. I know so many of you use me as your alternative to CNN and MSNBC, but we have to cover the news. As awful and dreadful as it is sometimes, we want to cover the news and keep people in the know so you know what's going on. But a 3-year-old child in New Jersey fell through a window screen on the 2nd floor. The baby fell through the window screen and landed on the ground and was then mauled to death by the family's 2 pit bulls. So listen, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Pit bulls are not friendly dogs. They're just not. People love saying, pet bull owners love saying, oh, that's Lucy, she don't bite. Listen, I don't care. Pit bulls, Rottweilers, these are dangerous dogs. They just are. They're not like poodles, okay? But the family is going to have to live with that. Your child falls to the ground through the screen and then is mauled to death by 2 pit bulls. So we don't even have to judge, or we don't have to say anything to that family. They have enough to deal with. So, there's no need for judging them or, castigating them. Honey, they have enough to deal with. Your 3-year-old child is gone. Okay? Listen, another story that's trending, our third and final story that's trending is the flight from LA to Atlanta's Hartsfield Airport, a Delta flight, where somebody tried to get in to open the door and get off the plane. Sir, that's not Greyhound, sir. You can't just tell the bus driver, pull over and let me off. You're 30,000 feet in the air, and you just want to get off all of a sudden? Or you want to take everybody with you? Now listen, Tyesse Madison, social media personality, took to her social media. She was caught a lot of flack for it. And she said, basically, if you want to kill yourself, go ahead. You want to commit suicide, go ahead. But don't take everybody with you. I understood the sentiment of what she was trying to say. I just think advising someone to kill themselves was not the greatest analogy. Okay? Listen, sir, that's not Amtrak, where you can knock the window out and then roll down the hill. That's Delta. You're in the air. A lot of us agree with Tyesse Madison but a lot of us just didn't realize, like, girl, why would you say it in the manner that you said it? Hey, Sean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell nobody to kill themselves. I would just say, you know what? If you want to harm yourself, taking other people with you is not the way. That's all you have to say. If you're trying to harm yourself, injuring innocent lives is not the way to go about it. That's what I would have said. But who am I? I'm just Tyesse from the block. Okay. Um, he may have been high. He may have been having a mental health issue, a mental health break. So many things could have happened. Crystal Denise says the TS got to relax. She's always on 100. I get her sentiments, but some things are better left unsaid. Pretty much, Crystal Denise. Yeah. Nick says his family is pissed at people for bashing him and harassing his Facebook page and saying crazy shit. Listen, sir, you need to go somewhere and get you some real serious help. We're not going to bash you, but trying to jump off an airplane in the middle of the air, yeah, that's a bit much. But I would never, make light of someone's mental health or encourage somebody to commit suicide. Not me. I can't do that. Okay, let's rock and roll. Let's get to the docket, everybody. I'm not sure, Sean. I'm not sure, but they had to hold the man down. They had to physically restrain him, Sean. Let's rock and roll. Let's get to this docket, and the docket is as follows. Okay, so President Biden and the Biden administration has went ahead and approved the Post nightclub massacre site there in Orlando, Florida, will become a national memorial. I am elated because it will serve as a reminder of some of the hate that that has been induced in this country by so many different people in their rhetoric. So I'm happy that the Post nightclub site will become a national memorial. We have the 9/11 memorial. We have the Oklahoma City memorial, and so many memorials. There's a Tulsa massacre center that's being built right now in Tulsa. So I think, as the saying says, those that do not know their history are doomed to repeat it. Okay. So yeah. Thank you, Uncle Joe and the Biden administration for that. That's our lead story today. We have a disturbing story out of New York City with French Montana, rapper French Montana. Okay, let me set up the scenario. Why am I talking so fast today? Okay, Tyesse, you're gonna run out of these stories, girl. Got to slow this down, East. Okay, I'm talking real fast for some reason today. Does anybody else notice I'm talking fast? I gotta slow this down before I run out of stories and there's a gang of time left over. Okay, because today is a light docket. Okay, let me bring it down. French Montana, the rapper, his driver was robbed in the Chelsea district of New York City, and at the Dream Hotel. Now, the Dream Hotel, just last week, somebody was shot and killed in front of the Dream Hotel. Now, French Montana's driver, he's 18 years old, got out the car, stand outside of the car. Two men came up with masks on and told him to break his stuff, give us what, they wanted his jewelry or whatever, and he refused. One of the gunmen pulled out a gun, shot the gun in the ground, and then that's when the guy gave up, the goods. He was wearing a $300,000. Is that Richard or Robert? Listen, I don't know about these watches, honey. I'm sorry. Robert Mill or Richard Mill watch, $300,000 watch, and a $40,000 chain. These rappers and all these guys, they don't believe in real estate and investments. They just love jewelry. They love jewelry and cars. But a $300,000 watch is gone, and so is a $400,000. Richard Mill. Okay, Richard Mill. Listen, it's gone. No word if Fresh Montana has any statement or anything, but his driver is very upset that they jacked him. But listen, somebody just got shot outside of that same hotel. Sir, you're lucky you got away with your life. Um, I don't know. I don't. I was thinking the same thing on Danielle McDaniel, 18 years old, and then where did you get a $300,000 watch from? Oh, I was thinking the same thing. Okay. Um. So our next story is we're going over to Lafayette, Indiana. Lafayette, Indiana, where a gay couple was at Arby's. They got their receipt, and they looked at their receipt, and the F word was, excuse me, you guys, the F word was on there for where their name would be, you know, the gay slur. The F word was on their receipt. They took it to the manager. The manager gave them their meal for free and issued them an apology. The young man that wrote that said that sometimes the computer does that by mistake. No one bothered. He was fired on the spot. Arby's has released a statement saying that, hey, Tim Hall, saying that that's not what they ascribe and believe in. But the two gay men say that they would love a formal apology and statement from Arby's corporate company. Listen, I just don't know who eats at Arby's. Like, I'm shocked whenever I see somebody at Arby's or a story at Arby's, because you just never hear no one say that, I'm at Arby's or going to Arby's. So, yeah, I mean, homophobia is real. We were just talking about the Post nightclub, memorial site. Homophobia and hatred is real. So we are so sorry that couple. I used to eat there, Tim Hall. When I lived in Hollywood, there's one on Sunset and Bronson, and it's still there on Sunset and Bronson near the KTLA studios. But I think Arby's is more prevalent in the South and the Midwest, because we don't have a lot of locations here in LA proper. But I think in the Midwest, maybe on the East Coast, you may see a lot of them. Okay. But you want to know, how are they staying in business? And also, the fish place, H Salt Fish, like who? There's one on Vermont. Long John Silver's. There's only one I know of in LA. Like, who's keeping this place in business? Honey, I haven't been to Arby's, honey. I think Destiny's Child had a hit song out. Listen, let's move on to lighter fare. Listen, y'all, Sean, if y'all eat at Arby's, have at it. Have at it. There's nothing wrong with eating at Arby's. If Arby's is your spot, go for it. Okay. So Arby's, there's nothing wrong with Arby's, okay? Happy Monday to you. You know what? I don't look like what I feel like sometimes, India, but I'm pulling it together. I just give it all credit to God. It's nobody but God. Sometimes you would never know how I feel. I don't look how I feel sometimes. Okay, so we're sending healing vibes to the gay couple in Indiana. We're also just being mindful, you guys, of the climate that we live in. There's so much hatred out there, people running people over. Just be mindful, that everybody is not about love, Everybody's not about love. Yeah, Abby. Okay. So Soulja Boy, the rapper, has an OnlyFans page. I was on Twitter and I saw some of the. Listen, honey, this is daytime. I saw some of the videos that have been leaked, and he is blessed. He is a blessed young man If you have not, go to Twitter and check out Soldier Boy OnlyFans. Look, honey. Now listen, he looked like that thing that came out the water in Game of Thrones, but in every other area, he's blessed. He's really truly blessed. So a lot of celebrities, a lot of rappers, you know, Captain Hook is the perfect word. A lot of people are getting on OnlyFans to make a little change, a little side money, and it ain't a little change, y'all. It's not a little change. People are making some buku money on OnlyFans. So, you know, if you get a chance, go over Twitter and see it for free because he's charging $25 a month. Soldier Boy is charging $25 a month. You won't give $25 out of me. Okay. We have to fly across the pond, as they say, and go to the UK and deal with this nurse. Excuse me, you guys, and deal with this nurse who had a patient that died. Her patient died. She went, you know, you're supposed to gather up their belongings, put their belongings in a clear plastic bag, label it to put on top of the person, to go down to the coroner's office with the people. She went through the man's wallet, got his bank card out, and went down to the vending machines and got snacks. Girl, first of all, as a nurse girl, you're making really good money, okay? I don't know nurses. I don't know one nurse. I love you more, Camille Delacroix. I don't know one nurse that is not making at least $25 an hour at the minimum. Girl, and you took that man's bank card and went down to the vending machines and was buying snacks and then went and bought some more stuff. And then they caught you and your excuse was, come here, girl, come here. Your excuse was you didn't know, you got confused with your card. Girl, they clipped mama. Mama, you got clipped. You got arrested. You finna lose your job, girl. The union, your people, your rep, they're not even gonna take that to arbitration, girl. You're fired. Girl, for Paul Jackson, for some flaming hot Doritos and a cherry crush. Girl. For a Susan Q, mama? I guess. But you know what, it's funny to us, we're laughing, but think about that family, you know? It wasn't discovered until the car got shut down. They shut the car down. First of all, girl, you're not bright. Like, eventually, like, the person's dead, all their, you know, transactions and things are gonna stop. And you steady use the card, the man dead? Dummy. Anyways, listen, she used the card 6 times and she started using the card 17 minutes after he died. Girl, the man wasn't even, the man probably was still warm. Girl. I'm sorry, Times Squad. Girl. Okay, our final story today is our former American Idol, David Archuleta, has come out as, well, listen, he's come out and said that he's gay. He came out to his family a few years ago, but he's coming out publicly. I think he was a second runner-up, David Archuleta, and he's come out and said he's gay. And he was talking in the article I was reading late last night. He was talking about, you know, he's not really sure. Like, at first he was bisexual, then he said he felt like he was asexual because he didn't feel attraction to nobody. And, you know, the article talked about the uncertainty and also the different variances of who you are sexually. And I'm going to bring that into my word for the day today. But David Archuleta, it's okay. You are young. You know, for real, Tim. But David Archuleta, you are young. You have years to discover and figure out what you are. I just appreciate when someone like David Archuleta says, this is what's going on. And, this is what, thank you, Prince James, for the $6.14 cash app. Oh, today is 614. I get it. Okay. I was like, 614, but today is 614. Thank you, Prince James. We haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. What was I saying? David Archuleta. David Archuleta. Listen, it's okay, you guys. It's okay to not be sure about who you are. But I just appreciate that than people like certain gospel artists running around here talking about they are not active or they don't act on the urges. And girl, y'all know, I ain't gotta get too deep. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's time for the word for the day, Kwame. Hit it. Okay, so the word for the day is as follows. David Archuleta, thank you for the word for the day. The word for the day is that so oftentimes we really get boxed in with different things, labels and orientations and top, bottom, butch, film. Even our straight family, they get caught up in stuff. So it's so important, you guys, to understand and know that it's okay to not know. It's okay. It's okay. Listen, a lot of us are so out of tune because there's so many different things going on with labels that a lot of us not even in tune with what we like and what we don't like. A lot of us don't even know our pleasure points on our bodies. When was the last time you got completely naked and just, checked your body out, touched your body, touch different things, see if that works? That don't work. It's okay. It's okay not to know what you want to do. It's okay to try something new. Try something new. You may want to try and meet another race. We get so caught up on no fats, no films, no blacks, no Asians that you probably have limited yourself on some really nice. You probably missed your soulmate. You probably missed your soulmate. Talk about no fats and no films, no blacks, no Asians. So get to know yourself. Don't put yourself in a box sexually, especially. Don't put yourself in a box. Listen, you may be a bottom all your life, and then at 40, you may say, I want to be a top, and that's okay. So many people shame people for stuff like that. Oh girl, you a gunslinger now? I thought you were. It's okay. So please remember what I said on this beautiful but warm Monday afternoon. Tyesse said, Ty Squad, honey, it's okay not to know, to figure it out, to guess until it all comes clear. Don't pigeonhole yourself. Don't box yourself in. It's just not that serious. Try something different this week, sexually, emotionally. Try it out. You may like it. Listen, that concludes the Tyesse report for today. I thank y'all. Prince James, we thank you for the $6.14 cash app. We thank everybody for contributing and supporting the Tyesse report. I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Listen, I may be on later on this evening with a special cocktails and conversation. I haven't done one of those in eons, so I may be on this evening. Keep an eye out if I put up a flyer. If I don't put up a flyer, I ain't coming on, okay? But I love you, and I will see you soon. Thank you, YouTube. Everybody that's tuning in on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.
What's up, Ty Squad? Thank you guys for watching today's episode of the Tyesse Report. This episode is brought to you by Pyro Media Network. Pyro Media Network is a Black-owned business focused on providing a safe space for creators and entrepreneurs. We have helped companies, businesses, and brands navigate the biggest communication shift in over 500 years, social media and the internet. If you or someone you know would like to have your brand or business go to the next level, please visit www.pyromedianetwork.com. Please don't forget to follow Tyesse on IG at _Tyesse_report and like on Facebook at facebook.com/the official Tyesse report. And if you're enjoying the Tyesse report, please consider watching Tyesse After Dark, airing every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Tyesse report, Tyesse After Dark, and the Tyesse Jackson brand wouldn't be here without your support. To continue to show your support, please feel free to donate via Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal. The information is below. All right, Ty Squad, see you on the next.